Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with people getting together as a group to do something that maybe individuals couldn't do. Building bridges, building roads, building other local infrastructure. But you can have that and not have corporations running elections, corporations owning most people through debt, through student debt, through credit card debt. You can have that without corporations being immortal, without corporations having rights of free speech. You can have all of the benefits that we get out of corporations without most of the harms that we deal with. And so the vision of a corporation at the beginning of the country, you had charters. Those charters existed for a limited amount of time, and then they ceased to exist.
You see the Constitution at the very basis of the corporations. Right? The Constitution itself is
yeah, exactly.
It's a corporate agreement.
It's a corporate agreement, and most of the things since then, I mean, you'll note that the stuff on the top when corporations gain rights is always through Supreme Court decisions interpreting the law. When people gain rights on the bottom, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, and then the 19th Amendment, and then the 26th Amendment, when people gain rights, they gain them by popular demonstrations and by resistance and by forcing Congress to act.
Right now, there's nothing that has been put forth in terms of what the demands are, except that we're opposed to Wall Street's bailout scheme towards Wall Street, and I think Occupy Wall Street asked for the Glass-Steagall amendment to be passed.
Yeah, I think there are a few things that a lot of I'm not sure there are any official positions, but a lot of the people that are a part of Occupy, the Occupy movement, want a few things. I think that they want an end to corporate personhood. I think they would like to see a return to Glass-Steagall and serious regulation of the finance industry. I think that they would like to see a reconsideration of higher education in the United States and a reassessment of how we do college debt. So college debt is organized differently from other debt. You can't get out of it. Your student loans can never be forgiven. Not through bankruptcy, not through anything but debt, essentially. And it's the only class of debt that is like that in the country.
Did you have
so Megan and I have about $100,000 in college and graduate school debt. We went to the University of Chicago for our undergrad degrees. She went to the University of Chicago for a graduate degree in religious studies, and I got a PhD in mathematics at the University of Illinois at Chicago.
Really? Between you two or each individual?
Between us, we have 100,000. And I mean, to really put that as in perspective, most of our education was paid for by the University of Chicago, and we still come out with that kind of debt.
Exactly. Historically, a public university is supposed to pay for your education.
Well, University of Chicago is private. To be fair, despite
that's right. Okay.
So we chose that, and theoretically we do. It is a Rockefeller University in every way.
Why would they call it the University of Chicago? It sounds like a public school.
It sounds like a public school.
Being that you're a PhD in mathematics, what do you think about the Keynesian sensibility that Bernanke is putting into play, such as he's trying to cure the problem of overspending and overlending with more overspending and overlending?
I don't really know anything about economics, so I'm really not qualified to answer that. I mean, I really don't. Even though I read about that, I've been trying to learn by osmosis, but I really don't know anything about that. So
it's similar, like if you're in debt, and you want to cure the debt, you keep borrowing more and spending more.
I mean, I am very much in favor of government spending. We can borrow money.
What you want is a credit system.
We can borrow money right now at less than inflation. That's free money. We should be taking that and doing infrastructure problem, replacing bad roads, replacing bad bridges, and putting the people to work at the same time and building a sustainable and green technology
What you're talking about
economy.
is a credit-based economy. Right now we're in a monetary system as opposed to a credit system.
Sure.
And this has to do with ending the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, I don't know what would
authority in a sense,
yeah.
Taking it back into the Treasury,
yeah.
which really has the power to coin currency.
Right.